Hello, my name is Sabrina, and I want to tell you how my dream turned into a disaster. I grew up in a poor family. Both my mom and dad worked minimum wage jobs. My dad is currently working 3 jobs for a total of 12 hours a day. They've always told me since I was a child that they don't want me to end up in the same situation as them, so they strongly encourage college. And when I say strongly encourage, I mean demanded. Ever since I was in middle school, they asked at least once a week what I want my major to be in college. I was just a kid at the time. How would I know? But as I entered high school, I grew a love for the arts, particularly theater. But when I told my parents I wanted to be a theater major in college, they weren't happy. They said I was selling myself short, and I should become something big like a doctor or a lawyer. You know, someone that makes a lot of money. But I don't need a job that pays me a fortune. I mean, yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind a job that pays well, but I would much rather have a job that I enjoy. I tried to convince my parents that a theater major would be a good fit for me, but they said they wouldn't support it. In fact, they said if I was a theater major, they wouldn't pay for my college at all. Well, the time came, I graduated high school, and I figured my next step would be college. My love for performing never died, and I was set on being a theater major despite the lack of my parents' approval. They held true to their words and wouldn't pay for my college. So like them, I also got a minimum wage job, so I could save up for college for myself. I worked at a shoe store and for the first week it wasn't so bad. But after that, it was the same old thing every day. I would spend about 4 hours at the cash register and the other 4 hours trying to find the boxes for lost shoes that people just left in the store. It was going to take me years to save up for college, so I decided to come up with a new idea. I was going to bring my love for performing to me. I had a phone with a pretty good camera and would videotape myself doing funny things at the shoe store. This eventually turned into making videos even on my time off. And then soon, I found myself making videos every day. And at that point, I decided to become a vlogger on YouTube. All of my paychecks from the shoe store were invested in my YouTube business. I saved up for a nice DSLR camera and fun events to make my blogs more interesting. It took several months, but eventually, I was making as much money from YouTube as I was from the shoe store. It was at this time I realized I could turn this into my full-time career. The next day, I quit my job from the shoe store so I could invest more time in what I loved doing, making vlogs. I thought my parents were mad at me before for wanting to be a theater major, but now they were furious. They didn't even know what YouTube was, and when they heard that I quit my minimum wage job, they lost all hope. They figured they must be spoiling me, since I obviously don't know how hard it is to live on a small paycheck. So they wanted to show me some tough love, and kicked me out of the house and told me I can come back when I'm ready to go to college, and they'll pay for the whole thing. I stayed with my friend's family for a couple of weeks while I tried to find an apartment I could afford. I didn't want to overstay my welcome, even though I loved my friend's family. But one piece of good news did come out of all of this. All of this drama with my family, being kicked out of the house, living with my friend's family, and now apartment searching made my YouTube views skyrocket. I was now making $200 to $300 a day off of my vlogs. One day, when I was apartment searching, I saw an RV parked on the side of the road saying it was for sale. I then got the idea that I could be a travel vlogger. This would make my videos way more interesting, and I would get more views. The RV will pay for itself in no time. And let me tell you, my subscribers agreed. Over the next couple of months, the amount of views on each video doubled. I treated my subscribers like family, since my family basically disowned me. I kept them along for the ride and had them comment about where I should go next and what I should do there. Once I read the comments and saw where everyone wanted me to go, I told them where I would be so they can meet up with me and even have a chance to be in the vlogs themselves. I was having the time of my life. In some vlogs, I went surfing with the subscribers, and other times, I went on hikes. Sometimes if the crowds were too large, I would choose one lucky subscriber to join me for the whole day. These times were especially fun because I could watch my dreams come true, as well as theirs. And because it was only one subscriber, I was able to pay for crazy adventures such as a helicopter ride or a concert. Being this personal with my subscribers is what set me apart from other travel vloggers, and my subscribers were loving it. I would continue to invest in my YouTube channel to buy crazier adventures and make my vlogs bigger and better. But eventually, I was making so much that I would have money left over to save. Now, I'm a very visual person, so although I keep some money in the banks for convenience, I kept the majority in a secret box under my bed. It was so rewarding to actually see the piles of money grow instead of just numbers on a screen. I was thinking what I should save up for. As much as I like the RV, it would be nice to have a house to come back to every once in a while. The RV is a little cramped and sometimes I stay in hotels, but they never quite feel like home. If I could find a house that I could relax in, I bet I could recharge my creativity and make my vlogs that much better. I didn't want to rush into buying a house because I want one that really spoke to me. Also, I felt like my subscribers were the ones I needed to thank for this opportunity. So when I went house hunting, I wanted them to vote in the comments which house they wanted to see me in. As I was telling you earlier, sometimes I stay in hotels. I usually do this because I can make deals with the hotels where they'll pay me to stay there. All I have to do is feature the hotel in the vlog and give my honest opinion about it. This was a really sweet deal. Well, until recently. The last time I stayed in a hotel, something strange happened while I was getting checked in at the lobby. I saw a couple of people looking out the window of the lobby, looking very concerned. I asked them what the problem was, and they said they saw a guy that looked a little suspicious break into a window of an RV. I ran outside to witness the horrifying truth. It was my RV. I saw the thief open up the door from the inside. He had my jewelry around his neck, some of my camera gear, and worst of all, my box full of money. He then looked up and made eye contact with me. I pulled my phone out of my pocket and tried to record him for evidence. But by that time, his car was already driving off. I wasn't even able to get a license plate number. I called the police and they arrived quickly, but they weren't able to help me. They examined the broken window as well as other clues the thief may have left behind. But they were honest with me and told me that the likelihood of finding the guy who did this was pretty low. There were no cameras in the hotel parking lot. Well, at least none that were anywhere near the RV. And it all happened so fast that I wasn't able to give the police any details about the man that would help them find him. They told me if I'm able to find anything at all, to call them immediately. For the past couple of days, I tried to recall if there's anything I could remember about the man. All that came to mind was the fear in his eyes when he looked at me. He knew I wasn't just a random person coming out of the hotel. He seemed to know who I was and that he needed to get out of there fast. I knew it had to be one of my subscribers. Whether or not he knew about the secret box full of money, he would have known about all of my expensive camera gear. And as always, my subscribers always knew where I was going to be because I had them vote in the comments where they wanted me to go next. I really don't know what to do now. Should I continue to reveal my location to my subscribers? Telling them where I was going is a big part of my channel because most of my vlogs feature me meeting up with my subscribers. That's what sets me apart from other travel vloggers. I usually turn to my subscribers for advice, but they would probably tell me to keep sharing where I'm going so they can see me in person. But I'm really scared right now. My subscribers were my family ever since my own family disowned me. But now, even one of my subscribers turned on me, so I don't know if I can even trust them. Since you guys don't know my channel and aren't biased, I thought I should ask you. Please let me know in the comments what you think I should do. I'm really scared and I have no one to turn to. Don't forget to like this video. and subscribe to this channel.